Might as well hit record and do some dailies. This is an Ugin Eye of the Storms Commander Brawl deck that was built to try to get Ugin out of Hell Queue by running as many commons and uncommons and cutting as many rares and mythics as I felt reasonable. It also runs more interaction than you'd think that it could based on really expensive interaction pieces like Unstable Obelisk, Null Elemental Blast, but there's also weird ones like Universal Solvent and Lunatic Pandora that can sacrifice to destroy target permanent. Also, still including a few rares like Ratchet Bomb and Reckoner Bankbuster. So, but overall, the rare mythic breakdown, as you can probably find in the deck list itself. Weird, they don't put that right here in the stats. I wonder why. It is interesting. It's definitely a lot lower on rares and mythics than the deck has ever been before, and the curve is a lot lower. I did just add from Stellar Sites, if you watched my little What's Changing in Brawl video, Ancient Tomb and the Gemstone Caverns and the Strip Mine. So those replace some wastes, which is why the waste count is so high. I was trying to cut a whole bunch of the rare lands to see if that would take it out of queue. Anyway, let's do our dailies. Let's see what happens. I don't argue that this is the best Ugin deck. This is trying to manipulate the algorithm because every time I play Brawl, I get some comments from some big time smarty know-it-alls that's like, it's because you have cards like Mana Drain in your deck. That's why you're in Hell Queue. And I have always, every time I've tried this experiment, I can't get out of Hell Queue if I try. It's like I could run all uncommons. I still get matchups like this. And so for people to keep saying that to me it's not that that is particularly frustrating. It's that I want to show them my reality. I want them to know this is the way it actually is. And I was going to make a video proving it while also doing my dailies and entertaining some of you who just enjoy that daily video content on this channel. Not that anybody who ever disagreed with me in a comment section would actually listen to the things I had to say later. All right, let's drop a Ratchet Bomb and try to get it to 3 counters. I'm just gonna tap it now. I know what this is for. This is for Vivien. Usually I have to concede against Vivien immediately when I run into it because unquestionably the deck just clowns me. Let's go for the mirror. If it lives, we go straight to Ugin land. It probably will not live, but it does make them do something about it. And now we can kind of slow roll that Ratchet Bomb activation just to see what they play. We're still a turn short, but, you know, if they had run Vivien out there, we wouldn't be able to kill it this next turn, but they didn't. In fact, they're actually letting me untap, which definitely implies they have a counter for Ugin. So the best way to do things is to develop without using Ugin, get a Ratchet Bomb to 3 and use that to hold off Vivien. So let's see if we can have a Gilded Lotus. Yeah, that's a good card. Mana Drain, good card. I wonder, geez, do you think everybody should play that? I'm not running any mythics, so why am I playing against Mana Drain, guys? What is happening here? So the biggest risk is that they kill the mirror, and then I miss my land drop. As much as I want to play the Monument next turn, I think I should keep this because I think there's a legitimate chance either they kill the mirror or the Ratchet Bomb has to help me against Vivien and the mirror dies anyway. So we're in a bad place. It's probably over. Mana Drain's a really good card. Yep, I don't need to play this game. We'll go find a new one. As you can see, just cut the rares from your deck, guys. You'll get good, fun matchups. So there's a few things to this. One is the weighting of the commander is so extreme that the commander, more than anything by a mile, dictates what queue you're in. And there are plenty of commanders that literally you can't get out of it. You can't get out of the queue. And Ugin, any planeswalker with like kind of a removal card advantage slant to it falls under that category right now, which is pretty extreme. It's a lot to handle, guys. It really is. Yeah, okay. Well, that's an expensive card at least. We're pretty happy to see that. The Annihilation is good if we can get to it. And we are on the play this time. Do I want to cut a land? I think that's really ambitious here when I don't have much ramp. I'm just going to keep like this. Obviously, a 5-mana spell to remove a 3-mana spell isn't great, but we're in colorless. It is what it is. They have a 0-mana something, probably a subtlety. It's not a subtlety, it's a fury. Well, that's not good. The Ugin game plan against Vivien is just to find ways to keep Vivien from ever being on the battlefield, which is not realistic in a lot of cases. But here, if they just run it out, we do have Annihilation. Okay, here it comes. As long as they don't Fury the Ornithopter. Oh, come on. Okay, that's what they had. All right, we might be dead already because they had a ramp piece. Vivien only got insanely better since the adjustments. Since the new additions of Stellar Sights. More ramp pieces for every deck, from Ancient Tomb to Gemstone Caverns. Kind of insane. Hey, I think that's it. Could be worse. Pick on their graveyard. We could Field of Ruin them, but I don't see a point to that right now. Let's sacrifice this trail. And please don't kill my Ornithopter of Paradise and we'll be okay. Away. Removal? How could this happen? All right. Now we need them to like miss a land drop or something. I just used the relic right away. Less options for them, less ways to respond. But they still have Faithless Looting. Ultima? I mean, it has to attack, so that's not good. I think we get 1 turn of reprieve here, so we do need our land drops. Instead, we hit a Gilded Lotus. We have to go for it, but if this doesn't resolve, it could be cooked. Okay. It's rough out here, man. It's rough. Should have used the relic first. I actually forgot all about that. Because I hate how it doesn't show the Faithless Looting in the graveyard. That to me has always been a very bad bug for the game. And I think it's been that way for so many years now. So now Ugin can't come down because we missed land. So I'm pretty sure this instance of Vivien means game over. They didn't have something to follow up with for 1 mana. That's nice. And there's our 6th land, which is just a little late. Play these out, but I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure we can leave. When they untap with Vivien, game's basically over at all times. In fact, I'm not even gonna sit through this turn. Not interested. Doing dailies with Ugin got a lot harder. Let's see if it's 3 Vivies in a row, shall we? Swear to God, guys, it's a fun deck. Aren't you impressed? See? See, guys? All we have to do to get out of the queue is dump all of our good cards, and only good things will happen for us. If they don't kill the mirror, we might be able to play Ugin. I always like to save the Surveil lands till right before I'm going to miss a land drop, so I know whether or not I want that land drop. GG. It's a turn 2 Vivien. And they're sitting on me? Come on now. You're gonna rope me this way? That's rude. Hopefully they get like a rock or something and it baits them into not playing Vivien. Oh yeah, you, come on. You wanna play that solemn, don't you? They can, but who knows? Maybe Ancient Tomb, right? They have to think so hard. All right, 3 games in a row, 3 VVs in a row. Let's see if we can do another. Does Brawl have a problem? I mean, obviously this version of the deck is not solving the problem it was meant to solve. Oh, look, somebody's out here playing Lurrus. A member of the I'm Not Fine Discord, for those who remember. I mean, it is small versus huge. Who will triumph? Go blue. Back to destroy something. Okay, here we go. The plan is to destroy all of my things. Got it. Do I play the crime one? Yeah, I'll play the crime one. Lurrus just as commander, not as companion. Setting right up. The 5 mana. Let's drop Ultima. Make them deal with that. Possible they can 1 mana deal with Ultima, Rider deal with Hall. But if they don't deal with Ultima, we're popping off. Traded Scorpion, okay, sure. Oh god, they did it. They actually dealt with everything. Brilliant. The ring. Lantern, make them deal with it all again. And they probably can, because I would guess the deck is just all answers. That can be recurred with Lurrus. Yep. Fun. All right, anything we can play off the top? UFO. This creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. The answer is 1? That's crazy. Just some 1/1 Death Touch lifelink. It does get bigger, but I don't really care. Need a second town. Just block that. Okay. Card. I got a land. How about that? Isn't that nice? Unfortunately, I can't pump the UFO now, but I don't think that's actually important. Okay, whatever. I wonder if you'll play the ghost form again. That would be so interesting. I can make a 5/5. Death Touch is an ability. I think we just need to keep hitting land, because they're gonna kill this Ugin, and then we're gonna have to do it all over again. So, car. The ghost form. I think anything else they just sacrifice in response.
My resources are yours.
I do think they're gonna sack in
Fools have
response.
sown discord, and they shall reap my wrath.
So trying to play the relic here I don't think works. I think we just have to plus. And that's good.
Open your mind.
Do they have priority? I'm sure they do. So, where do you want the thing to get sacrificed? I guess I want the Lurrus sacrificed. Okay, that works.
Power belongs to the patient.
This can be a very good card here. It is going to take a minute to get online. I do expect them to have some kind of way, though, to remove the Ugin. Their deck doesn't really exist without it, and they did use an Eaten Alive earlier, which can hit a creature or planeswalker when there was only a creature. And maybe they had to. But we'll see. You can kill the UFO, you can kill the relic. Yeah, you gotta kill the relic. Something I can do without Ugin for that long.
Then let the storms ever
Touch.
rage.
Good. But this is an option. Play your bauble. Okay. Cards left. What do they do? One card left. Wayfarer's Bauble. Okay. Not that bauble, of course. All right, Perilous Vault. That's 9 mana, exile everything. As a sorcery, it is. So what does that leave me? Enough. I mean, that's kind of huge. Might make it tough to cast Ugin for a minute, though. Exile's pretty good. especially against this crap. You really need a rope for this, dude? Yay! Go away. I mean, it'll take him a minute to get Lurrus back, but hopefully we can top deck the land. Because the big problem with Lurrus is the static prison down here that just keeps getting Ugin. So now they shouldn't be able to Lurrus and static prison at the same turn.
My timeless wisdom insight is vital to success.
Hive is scary. Good draw. Does kill planeswalkers, yes. Artifact, creature, or enchantment. Never mind. And of course, exiling isn't very hard.
Focus. Power belongs to the patient.
They're only at 49, it's fine. Okay, land off the top is on the way. Let's drop the Artificer. And let's drop the Golem and protect from the Hive.
Power belongs to the patient.
Ancient Tomb? Amazing. Nope. 1 mana open, play the prison.
This is an unfortunate fate.
You had enough?
Knowledge.
All right, non-VV decks can't handle it. Although that game was spooky for a while. All right, gotta run. Enjoy.